guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Misha brand, and for those of you who don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm Misha, and today we're going to be talking about a really fun topic. So I wanted to just make sure that I was honest and like really real. So if we're going to be honest and we're going to be real, which is always how I like to keep it, quarantining has been a little tough, right? Like, some of us are looking like potatoes. We cannot get to our normal service providers, and that's when you really got to pull your homegirl tricks out of your bag. Like, you cannot let the fact that you cannot get to your service provider keep you looking crazy at home. So I've just had some things that I've kind of done outside of quarantine, or just like things that I've done in the past that now I'm so happy that I did those in the past, because I've been pulling them out of the bag since we've been quarantined in the house. One of the main things that's really been like messing with me is my nails. So I have a standing appointment with my nail girl. She knows, like, I don't play. I tip extra to make sure if anything is happening, you're sliding me right in those books, because I work in an industry where I use my hands a lot, so I just can't have my hands looking bold. So that's something that's really, really important to me, is making sure that I can always like get to my nail appointments. But since my governor, you know, God bless her, said we can't go to the nail salon right now, I've had to come up with really innovative ways to try to look my best. And granted, I'm not going anywhere, I'm just going to the gram, but even still, like, I can't be holding up a product or like showcasing something or just talking in my Instagram and they're like, ooh, like, everybody understands, but at the same time I feel self-conscious. So anyways, I really wanted to showcase how I apply my press-on. So today I'm going to show you how to put these babies on. I'll kind of give you a closer look. These are so cute. First off, they have a matte, a chrome, and a rhinestone nail. So you get some accent nails in there, but then you also get like what I like to call your little sweetie nails. So if you just want to do the basic, so if you have just like some little sweetie nails that are all matte, that's cool. But sometimes, well, not sometimes, if I'm going to be really honest, most of the time I like to jazz it up. So this is my set that I've applied, and obviously once I'm done rambling, I'll show you how I applied them. So a couple of things that you'll want to have to make sure that you're getting the best application. So number one, I always keep like a little nail kit. It just has an emery board, a cuticle pusher, emery board aka nail file, cuticle pusher, and then 2 sizes of nail clippers, so for your toes, but sometimes them hands be a little big if you having to use the toe ones on your hands. And then it has tweezers in here, which I don't typically like trim my cuticles. That's not something I'm comfortable doing, so like I don't use the tweezers. But you'll definitely want to have at least the cuticle pusher, the nail file, and the nail clipper. And then I have this Kiss Mega Hold, just like a little baby nail glue that I like to keep on me. I really enjoy the Kiss brand products when it comes to nails. I find that the glue has a great hold to it, so I always keep this, because while this pack honestly does come with a lot of stuff that I'm naming, it comes with a little mini nail file, comes with a mini cuticle pusher, and you also get a glue in here. I always just keep this on deck, because sometimes you buy a pack and they don't have glue and they just have the stickies, and we ain't doing the stickies. So if you want to make sure that your nails are going to stay on the whole time, make sure you have the glue, like an actual strong hold nail glue. Okay, so a couple of things before we get into the nails. One, y'all gonna have to excuse me, but as you know, when you get your nails done, you're not supposed to have moisture in your hands. So my hands look real crusty during this video, so just excuse me. They're now moisturized, they're back to life, they're thriving. And then another thing that I really want to discuss is just the pre-planning behind it. Like, you're really not just with a nail like this where there's absolutely no accent nail, you can probably get away with just throwing them on. But when you have accent nail and you're not intentional about the placement of it, they can get real crazy. So I typically like to have both hands matching. There's times where my nail tech has them looking different, but it's with intention, so it doesn't look crazy. I don't trust myself to do that. So I knew, looking at it, I was like, okay, it comes with the chrome, it comes with the rhinestone. I definitely want to make sure that I'm incorporating all the pieces to give me that pizzazz that I'm looking for. But I also want to make sure that it still looks intentional, it still looks, you know, like not crazy. So I decided that I wanted to put chrome on my first finger, and I wanted to do a matte and then do the rhinestone after that. So that's kind of how I strategized when I was putting mine on. So my thumb is a matte, I have a chrome first finger, matte middle finger, rhinestone ring finger, and then another matte pinky. And one thing that I really tried to illustrate, and I want to just speak to it now because I want to make sure that it really delivers, is when you put your nail on, you want to place it and then slide it down. And I kind of tuck it like right underneath my nail in the cuticle. Like I make like a little sandwich and put the press on right in the middle, because that's what's going to make it look most realistic. So making sure that you kind of like position your cuticle so that it's hitting right where that press on ends at, and you're not seeing like a separation or like a line of demarcation is what we will call it. So like that separation is kind of like where it's like, no girl, it's just not hitting. But if you make sure that you slide it kind of right underneath that cuticle, right on top of the nail, it looks really seamless. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna let y'all watch. I just want y'all to know I'm trying to figure out who I'm about to argue with, because my nails is on. Who trying to get the smoke? Who want it? But if you want to see how I put these on, keep watching. Before I even like put my nails on, I always want to tend to my actual nails. So you can kind of look and see that I have some damaging to the nail bed based on having acrylics in the past. And I don't like when I flip my nails up and you can see my nails that are growing and thin and trying to rejuvenate. So I always clip these really, really low before I even put the press-ons on. Start here. But yeah, so they have been a lot more innovative. Before, it was like you pretty much could only get like a French or, you know, some other grandma styles. So it's been nice because I've been able to get styles that match my aesthetic. Woo, you be having to be careful. You be about to clip it a little too low. I like clipping the nail too because I don't like that, like, you know, it just kind of comes with the territory. And my nail tech typically does a really good job. I just didn't soak these off and kind of just like peeled them off because I was tired of looking at 17 inches of new growth. So, I mean, not for real, but y'all know what I mean. They were just looking nasty. So I was like, let me just take them off. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. Okay, so the biggest thing when you're trying to plan out is looking at what options you have available. So if I look right here, like obviously we have these rhinestone accent nails, and then we have chrome accent nails, and the rest are like this matte pink. So ideally what I would like to do is maybe put the chrome on the first finger. So it'll do like a every other type of pattern. So it'll be like matte on the thumb, and then chrome first finger, matte on the middle finger, rhinestone on the ring finger, and then matte on the pinky finger. So I typically like to try to like plan out how I'm gonna have them look before I even take them out the box. That way it gives me just like a nice guideline on how to proceed. And when you have that, it makes it a lot easier because you've kind of already planned out what they're gonna look like. So then I'm just measuring based on, oh, and sometimes they give you a cute little emery board and a cuticle pusher, but just in case, I do like to keep one handy. Okay, so I said first finger chrome, right? So there's little numbers that live kind of right on the actual nail. So this is a 7. Let's see if 7 is a good fit. 7 is okay. I would probably go a little bit smaller just because it's like almost swallowing the entire nail. But like, see how it's hanging off just a little bit right there? I don't want that. I'm gonna go ahead and dump them out. Let me see. What's this? This is a 6, which is, oh. 6 is looking like the 1. You see how well that fits? Like, when I push it, and I want to kind of slide it on under my cuticle. But when I kind of rotate to the side, there's minimal of my actual nail being exposed. But when it's too big, it just looks artificial. So you want it to be, it's like a pretty good fit. So now I know I have my first finger. So I need to find another chrome 6. So what I do is I'll put those two together and I say, okay, that's the first finger. I said I wanted a matte for my thumb, right? So let's do, I kind of just lay them out. So let me find my thumb. This is a 1. Maybe, let's try a 2. And, I would have to just file my nail, but 2 kind of feels right. So I'm going to find another 2 for my thumb. What's this? I bet you this is it. 3, just kidding. And then what's this? A 2. Alright, so These are thumbs, so thumb, finger. Now I need to find my middle finger, which I said would be a matte, right? All right, so we got 2 6s for the middle finger. Thumb, matte, first finger chrome, middle finger matte. Okay, let's come through with the rhinestones. Honestly, this is a bit much. I don't normally go like this cray-cray with it. This is cute. I like the shape. I like the size. Fits kind of right up. It fits kind of like right underneath my cuticle, so I'm feeling the size. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to call these two the same size. It's a little tricky when you can't see the number. See, the number really helps. Like, when you can't see the number, it's kind of hard. Alright, so the last thing I need to do is get a matte pinky. So let me see. Yep. 10. A good fit. Let me find the other 10. And then we're going to get to gluing. And we're going to be done. So, I can move all the rest of these over. So this is my thumb. That's matte. This is my chrome first finger. This is my matte middle finger. This is my rhinestone. And that was the ring finger. And then this is the matte. I do like to kind of go through and just like kind of. I push my cuticles back. But then after I push them back, I kind of will take them and make sure that that is like tucked right underneath. So I'm going to start with my thumb. And I'm literally just going to put 1 drop of glue in there. There it is. 1 drop of glue. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is really just turn this around. I like to make sure that it's kind of sitting right there. Then hold. You want to give it a second too to kind of like dry. Now, mind you, my hands look gross, but you don't really want to have any moisture on your hands when you're doing it because the moisture may act as like a barrier between you really getting the nail down. So I don't put any moisture on my hands. Obviously, I'm going to use moisturizer afterwards. Okay, so now that I have them all glued on, you can see how natural they're already looking. And one of the main things that you want to do to make sure that they look absolutely perfect is really to just go in and use your nail file to any part where you see a little bit of nail at. Just file that away so that it looks most natural. So for instance, if I'm looking at my thumb, I can see a little bit there. So I'm just going to take this and file my nail. So the last thing left to do really is just moisturize your hands and moisturize your hands. If you have cuticle oil that you prefer to use, you can use that. And put your rings on. They are going to feel a little weird, especially when you're like typing in things, but the more you wear them, the more you'll get used to them. So I moisturize, my hands feel so much more normal. This is such an awesome set, and I got it at, where did I get this at? Honestly, I got it at Walgreens, but this feels like home. Like, this feels like I went to go get my nails done. This is like the length that I typically wear. It just feels like home. One of the biggest things that I really want to drive home is making sure that you're planning as you're putting them on. So I had a vision in mind. I knew where I wanted the accent nails to live, and that really helped me pick out the nail. If you kind of go in and you're just sifting through, I mean, you're going to get a cute design regardless, but I know for me, I like to be really intentional about my nails. So hope you guys enjoyed this video.